Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the fourth grade concept of representing data. This is standard 4.9a in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 10, the 2023 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on our own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. All right, so we've got Amani practicing soccer kicks. And the stem and leaf plot shows the distances of our kicks in yards. And we need to simply add 42. And so we got a whole lot of stem and leaf plots to look at. All right, so let's first analyze this stem and leaf plot. So always start with the key. And this is a pretty normal key. This 3 and then a vertical line and then a 2 means 32. That means this is our stem. And then this is our leaf. And so that 3, right, represents 30, and the 2 represents 2. So a lot of stem and leaf plots are like this, but not every single one. Stem and leaf plots can go to the hundreds place. Some stem and leaf plots in 5th grade start getting into decimals, but in this case, right, it's just basic place value. That's the tens place. That's the ones place, right? So let's go ahead and list out these values so we see what we're dealing with here, right? So we've got a stem of 1 and a leaf of 5, right? So that's, if you think of it as tens and ones, right, we can almost make it vertical like this. So this 1 and then this 5, well, that's just going to be 15, right? And then we list this next one, same stem, different leaf, another 15. And then same stem, different leaf, but it's a 1 and a 7, so it's 17. And you notice how they're in order? That's how we do stem and leaf plots. We put them in order. And it only works when there's, not a whole lot of stems. If there's going to be 18 different stems, it'd be way too big. There'd be a better way. That's our ones stem, and we know there's going to be 4 different numbers because there's 4 different leaves, right? So then we go to the twos. So that's a stem of 2 and a leaf of 1, so that's 21. Stem of 2, leaf of 2, that's 22. Stem of 2, leaf of 4, 24. All right, we keep going down here. We've got our stem of 3, and now we've got 32. So once you see it like this, it makes a little bit more sense. Now, obviously, this makes a really long one, and it's a lot more compact when you kind of put them side to side. That's kind of the point of the stem and leaf plot. But now let's get down to here, right? Because we need to add 42. Okay. Well, I've already got a 42. Look at that next one. I've got a 42, and it says I need to add another 42. So let me just add another 42 right there. Okay. So because if you have two of the same one, you can have them just right on top of each other like we did with the 15s. And then I've got that 48. All right, so I need to add this 42 to my stem and leaf plot. So if I did it vertically, it would look like that. If I did it horizontally, what would it look like? Well, the rest of this right up here would all stay the same. It's this that would be different, okay? So that would be 4, and there's my line, and I would have 1, 2 different 2s. That's how I'm going to pick that up. And then there's the 3. So I'm looking for one that looks like that. Now let's see what we have here. Okay, so I'm looking for an extra 42, and I don't really see it here. This one ended up just adding an extra 24 in A, so that's not going to work. Let's go down to B. B, B got rid of the 42. Look, it went from 142 down to 0 42s. It needs to have 2 42s. Ah, look at C right here. Let's see if we can see it. Look at that. Got 2 42s. That's exactly what I was looking at. So C looks pretty good. And then, yeah, we only have 142 in D. What did they do in D? Well, in D, they took off that 24. They flipped it, thinking that might be. So looks like C is going to be our answer.